All right, so part 2, this is everything that we've been working on this week in class. This is to find the factors or the solutions algebraically. So in order to do this, you have to really know your factors. I gave factoring pretest, so I kind of want to go through that with you. So I'm asking what two factors of 12 add together to be 7? Now remember, factors are multiplication. So those would be 3 and 4, because 3 times 4 is 12, and 3 plus 4 is 7. What two factors of negative 21 add together to be 4? So negative 21, let's see, we have negative 7 and 3. So if I add those together, that gives me negative 4, so that's not what I want, so those don't work. But I could also use 7 and negative 3. So if I add those together, they give me 4, so that's what I want. What two factors of 36 add together to be negative 15? So that one is negative 12 plus negative 3. Okay, if I multiply those, I get 36. If I add them together, I get negative 15. What two factors of negative 42 add together to be negative 41? That's negative 42 and 1. Those are your two factors for that. Then GCF is coming back. So we have, what's the GCF of x squared and 7x? So that is just x. That's the biggest thing they have in common. Here, between 7x and 7, we have 7. That's the largest GCF. 16x and 2, GCF is 2. 3x and 5, this one's tricky because they don't have anything in common, so your GCF is 1. Okay. Hope some of that started to help. So this is factoring. We're going to use the box method. So we used to put the numbers on the outside and multiply to get the inside numbers. That's for multiplying two binomials. So we're basically undoing that now. So we have to put numbers on the inside, find the GCF of the rows and columns, then we'll get two binomials, which we'll find our two zeros from. The first thing you always do is put the x squared in this top box, and you put the n number in the bottom box. Then I label my a. So my a is the coefficient in front of the x squared. Right now it's always going to be 1. The coefficient for b is the coefficient next to just the x. So in this case it's 6. Then c is always the n number, so 8. So now I need to multiply a times c. So 1 times 8. That's 8. I need two factors of 8 to add together to be 6. So my factors of 8, 1 and 8, they do not add together to be 6. 2 and 4. If I add 2 plus 4, that gives me 6. So that's what I want. Okay, so I have 2x and 4x. Now comes the GCF part. We need the GCF of the top row, x squared and 2x, that GCF is x. GCF of the bottom row, 4x and 8, that GCF is 4. GCF of the first column, x squared and 4x, that's x. 2x and 8 is 2. Now I'll give you a hint. All x and x, those are always going to be there right now. It's always going to be that. And the 4 and 2, they're just the numbers with the x, okay, that they're next to. 4 and 2. Then we get two binomials, x plus 2 and x plus 4. And we have to set those equal to 0. Because if we're looking at a parabola, we're looking for these 2 points, okay, where their y value is 0. But it's really easy because it's just like x plus 2 equals 0. What's the opposite of addition? Subtraction. So 0 minus 2 is negative 2. 0 minus 4 is negative 4. So we're going to have two answers. So negative 2 and negative 4. Some kids caught on that you just switch the signs of your factors. Okay, so I'm going to put my x squared in my top left box, my number in my bottom right hand box. Do my A, B's, and C's. A is 1, B is 8, C is 15. I multiply A times C, so 1 times 15. Add those, and then I need two factors of 15 that add together to be 8. So 1 and 15, that adds together to be 16, so that doesn't work. 3 and 5. 3 plus 5 is 8, so 3 and 5 work. So I'm going to have 3x and 5x. Then x and x go on the outsides. GCF here is 3. GCF here is 5. My factored form is x plus 3, x plus 5 equals 0. Okay, so my solutions are x equals -3 and -5. It's just x plus 3 equals 0, x plus 5 equals 0, and you solve this. But I know it seems a lot of work just to do the opposites of the factors, but later when we have where a is not 1, where a is a number, we're going to use the same method, but it's going to help us a little more. Okay, in this case we have a negative, so that's new. So I'm still going to put my x squared in my 24. My a is 1, my b is -11, and my c is 24. So now I need two factors of 24 that add together to be -11. So let's see, we have 1 and 24. That does not work. We have -1 and -24. That does not add together to be -11. We have 2 and 12. That equals 14. We have -2 and -12. That's -14. 3 and 8. That's 11. So we're getting closer. -3, -8 equals -11. So boom, that's our stars. So I have -3x and -8x. Fill out the outsides, x and x. -3, -8. So you're going to have x minus 3 this time, x minus 8 equals 0. It's minus because of this dude. So then you solve x minus 3 equals 0, x minus 8 equals 0. Opposite of subtraction is addition. So your answers are 3 and 8. Hope that helped. I know that was a lot thrown at you. We just practiced for 3 days in a row. So you'll get lots of practice in. We'll get you set. You're going to be okay. I hope this helped a little.